Hello friends, welcome back to the Mothership. Today I'm going to show you how to make our very own homemade blackberry barbecue sauce. It's great on ribs, it's great on wings, but you know what else is great on? Shrimp. Let's get started. Now the real star of this show, guys, is obviously the blackberry barbecue sauce. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out with about 12 ounces. I've been experimenting with this recipe for a while. I've done more blackberries, I've done less blackberries. More, you definitely get more blackberry flavor, but honestly, it kind of takes away from it being a barbecue sauce. So I like this amount. Obviously, mess around with it, see if you want to do something different. But what we're going to do is obviously put our blackberries into a saucepan, and then we're going to add a cup of water. Then what we're going to do is bring that water to a boil. Now with this water boiling, what we want to do is reduce it down to medium, and then we want to just start, smushing these suckers. You can use a spoon, you can use a spatula like this. We want to just start breaking it down, get them into a nice kind of puree, and then we're going to kind of keep doing this for about 10 or 15 minutes. That's how long it's going to take to get them to actually all come apart. But like I said, back on the stove, medium, push it down. About 15 minutes later, and this has been simmering and it's ready to move on to the next step. What we want to do is get a very fine mesh strainer like this, and we just want to pour it over. We want to get all this seeds and stuff out of there. We just want the liquid. Now I'm just going to let it sit here for a bit, let all that liquid kind of drain through there so we get all of it. And I'm going to focus on getting the rest of our ingredients together. For starters, you can just rinse this out, get rid of the couple seeds that are still in there. But yeah, let's get the rest of our ingredients together. Now just like many barbecue sauces, guys, the basis for this one is going to be just good old-fashioned ketchup. Like all my recipes, I'll have all the instructions down below. If you want to make more, just double it. If you want to make less, you can do halves. Then I'm going to get some brown sugar, some unsulfured molasses, apple cider vinegar, some kosher salt, black pepper, garlic powder, some wet ground mustard, and then lastly some sriracha. Obviously you can do more sriracha than what I have here if you want. I don't want it super spicy because I don't want to overpower everything. But if you do want it spicier, obviously add more sriracha. And with all that done, it's time to get our blackberries in there. You can discard all this. This is done now, but we're just going to take the liquid and just pour it in. And now this is going to go back on the stove. I'm going to bring it to a boil, slowly stirring it, making sure nothing sticks. And we want it to reduce by maybe about half, honestly. And just like that, that looks good to me. So at this point, we want to let it cool off before we use it. I keep my barbecue sauces in a mason jar in the fridge, and they last a long, long time. Usually I'm finishing them before I have to even think about getting rid of them. This barbecue sauce is great on chicken wings. I've done it a couple times. It's good on ribs. But today I want to do something a little different. So while we let this rest and come down in temperature a little bit, I'm going to get some shrimp together. And we're going to do some barbecue shrimp. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grill up shrimp real quick, put some salt and pepper on them before I do, and then we're just going to toss them in our sauce afterwards. Pretty simple, essentially how I do my wings, but I'm feeling a little shrimpy today. So let's get that shrimp ready. What we've got here is about a ½ pound of defrosted and devined shrimp. It's only me tonight, so I don't need to go crazy. But basically, I'm just going to get the tails off of them. And then, there was a little bit of ice still on this, but that's fine. And then when you're doing skewers, guys, I like to use bamboo skewers, but make sure you wet them first so they don't catch on fire. So I just soak them in water for about 20 minutes. And then we are just going to skewer them. Pretty simple. Perfecto. Now, for seasoning, I'm just going to do a little bit of kosher salt. And some black pepper. Most of our flavor is going to come from that barbecue sauce that we just made. And at this point, get your grill going. I'm going to use the gas grill because I am lazy tonight and it is freezing outside. But we're going to get that up to temperature. I have it on high. We'll probably pull it down a little bit right before these go on. Alright guys, now honestly, shrimp is pretty easy. I've got my grill rip-roaring hot. All I'm going to do is just toss these suckers on. And I'm going to cook them for about 2.5 minutes each side. That's it. Don't want to overcook shrimp. It turns into like a disgusting, rubbery mess. And then undercooking, obviously, don't do that with seafood. But 2.5 minutes each side. With this shrimp cooked, guys, all we're going to do is toss it like we would with chicken wings. So I'm going to get these into a bowl. And then just pour a little bit of our barbecue sauce over top. Don't want to go crazy. Just want to get everything coated down. Give it a nice toss. Boom. That's it. What I like to do after I toss either wings or, I guess, shrimp in this case, I like to let it sit. I want to let some of that stickiness kind of adhere to it. I want to get it nice and sitting for a bit. I don't want it to get cold, obviously, but I do let it sit for like 5 minutes before we dig into these suckers. Now, I love shrimp, guys. Some people really don't like shellfish at all. Like I said many times in this video, this is really good on wings specifically. It's also really good on ribs. But I wanted some shrimp today, and I really want some barbecue. I have this recipe that I've been working on for a while, and I figured let's mix the two together and see how it comes out on the other side. Now, I really like this barbecue sauce, guys, because it is not overpowering. Sometimes you get a blackberry BBQ or really any fruited barbecue sauce, and it's just way too much, like cherries right there or blackberries right there. You can definitely taste the fruit on this one, but it's not overpowering. It still tastes like a barbecue sauce. I know some people like to put liquid smoke into their sauce. I never do that. Honestly, if I want smoke on my food, it's gonna be on my smoker. In this case, we don't have any smoke in here, but if we put it on ribs, it would have tons of smoke just from our smoker. But this recipe is nice and easy, guys, and these barbecue sauces do last quite a while in your fridge. So you can make a whole big batch and just have it lying around for whenever you want your favorite barbecue sauce. But I am hungry and I want to see how this came out. Obviously, these shrimp were perfectly cooked. Shrimp is super easy to do on the grill. But the real star is going to be how it goes with the barbecue sauce. Let's find out. Can't complain on that one, guys. Shrimp is one of my favorite foods. Barbecue sauce is great. The two of them mixed together, you've got that good fruited flavor, but you really have that strong barbecue background. Really, really good, guys. Definitely give this one a try, especially if you like shrimp. But most importantly, you should try this barbecue sauce and let me know what your thoughts are. I have a whole bunch of different types of barbecue sauces I'd love to show you guys. Let me know down below, do you like your fruited barbecue sauces? Do you like to make your own? If you try this one, I'd love to know what you guys think. But most importantly, guys, I need you to get out there and cook something absolutely fantastic. And I will see you at the next UFO barbecue. Bye-bye.